Hi guys. So today I wanted to talk to you about a specific type of poetry, which you guys can do at home, which is called blackout poetry. So blackout poetry is a specific type of poetry that involves taking existing text and blacking out specific words. Now, if some of you are familiar with Catch-22, in Catch-22 there's a bit when one of the characters bits of blacks out bits of letters to censor them, but rather than just blocking out what he's supposed to do, which is blocking out information that shouldn't be sent between where he is stationed in the military and outsiders, like confidential information. What he's supposed to be censoring. He just sort of randomly blacks out words. He'll decide arbitrary rules and follow those and decide what to black out. So oftentimes when I do this, I end up feeling a lot like I'm in Catch-22, and it makes me want to sign them off as Irving Washington or Washington Irving. So I'm gonna do with this one. Irving Washington. So, usually, if you look up blackout poetry online, most of the examples you will find have come from newspapers, just because that's the most readily available paper, and because this has been going on since, well, this has been a thing since people regularly got newspapers. And so then what do you do with the newspaper when you're done with it? You're gonna toss it out anyway, might as well make a poem. Similarly, people have created really interesting visual art pieces from newspapers, and sometimes they'll incorporate both, where the bits that they black out and the bits that you can see make a picture as well as a poem, which is fascinating and amazing, and I'm nowhere near that level. But the poem that I chose to do for blackout poetry today is a poem by Walt Whitman. And I chose this one in particular because there is an online, a blackout poetry generator, which uses this poem, and I'll link the generator in the description. So if you guys see what I'm going to do with this poem and want to try it out yourself, you can do it. You can do it yourself on the generator, and mess with it. That way you're not like I am. I'm just straight up blacking out bits, and once you black out a bit, you can't go back. So before I start blacking out bits, I'm gonna read the existing poem to you. A Glimpse by Walt Whitman. A glimpse through an interstice caught of a crowd of workmen and drivers in a barroom around the stove, late of a winter night, and I, unremarked, seated in a corner, of a youth who loves me and whom I love, silently approaching and seating himself near that he may hold me by the hand. A long while, amid the noises of coming and going, of drinking and oath and smutty jest, there were two content, happy in being together, speaking little, perhaps not a word. So this is a relatively short poem, which I think is also part of what lends itself to this sort of blackout poetry. A lot of blackout poetry will tend to look very nice and neat, but I'm just sort of using an old black marker. So mine's not going to look as nice and neat. So I'm going to start by blocking out the title because I'm not going to go with that. Although some people might keep parts of the title as part of their poem, or just keep the title as their title. this case, the title is the first two words of the poem, so I don't really see much of a reason to keep it, unless I was going with that as a title, which I'm not. Let's do an interstice caught. Let me see, I like the word caught. So I'm going to black out everything that comes before it. Because I like the image of starting my poem with the word caught. Another thing is some people might want to black out the words like this so that you can see where each individual word is, but I kind of like just making it all one long black line. And I try to make it as neat as possible, but I think the people who do this online use nicer markers. They don't just use Crayola markers that you use for like coloring and stuff. Okay, so caught. I'm going to black out the comma as well. Just because that's just a pet peeve. It's not something you necessarily have to do. I guess I could keep it in, but otherwise it would look like there's a comma after the word caught, and I'm not sure that's what I want. Let me see, caught. In A, okay, caught in A. Might be a good place to start, so I'll black out everything before in A. And this is just sort of how I go about it. You don't have to go in order. You don't have to do it this way either. You might, if this is more your style, want to just black out words you don't like and then narrow it down. You might find out what stands out to you the most and make bits out of that and sort of be all over the place. It's really up to you. I really hope you don't hear my neighbor's dog barking right now. Sometimes the mic picks up that stuff, sometimes it doesn't, but I really hope you're not. I really hope it's not picking that up. Okay, so caught in a, I don't want them to be caught in a bar room, so that's going. Caught in a stove. No, I don't want them to be caught in a stove either. That sounds a little bit too much like Hansel and Gretel, so there won't be caught in a stove. Ooh, caught in a corner. Caught in a corner sounds good. It's another thing I like about blackout poetry is seeing the original poem. Youth was a noun and now it's an adjective. Youth love. Oh, I really like the idea of youth love silently approaching, but you know what, I'll keep that in even though it's all right next to each other. Youth love silently approaching. Silently approaching. I'm gonna take out the last bit. I'm not interested in seating himself. Okay. So he may hold me by the hand. I'm not sure if I want to use that or not. So maybe I'll skip ahead and see if I find anything else interesting. A long while amid the noises. So I like the bit about the noises. I don't know if I want amid the noises or just the noises, but I'll black out a long while. Drinking and yes. Okay. Amid the noises and drinking and I feel like noises and drinking go along well with youth love pretty well. And not interested in oath and smutty jest, so we'll just get rid of that. Like smutty jest also works with youth love, but it doesn't seem to work with the vision I'm creating of, I don't know, it's less romancy, I guess. Maybe I'm just not a fan of the word smutty. And drinking, the noises and drinking. Caught in a corner, youth love silently approaching amid the noises and drinking. Oh, wait. Happy together. There we go. And I can black out all the rest. I like ending on that note. Oh wait, no. I accidentally blacked out the word happy. Well, I can still have it sainted together. So, I think I'm gonna take out this bit. You may hold me by the hand. So, caught in a corner, youth love silently approaching amid the noises and drinking together. So there we go. That's my blackout poem. Let me know what you guys think. As I said, I will link to the blackout is a page with a bunch of text on it and a marker, maybe a pen if you want to, like you could totally append like the ending. The last word here was the word. If I wanted to make it words, I could add an S. It's really up to you. So let me know if you guys write do your own blackout poem from the generator. I'm really curious what you guys come up with, especially, using the same material to come up with different sorts of poems with different sorts of feels. Type it out below. Let me know what you guys have come up with, and if you guys are, I guess, familiar with blackout poetry, if you've done it on your own. So yeah, that'll be it for today, and I will see you guys next time.